Alrighty, let's go to our first of three main topics here. Today is the final day of All-Star voting. So let's take a look at what our All-Stars are. Let's see if we have to make any changes. If has anything changed up until this point. So let's see what we get. All right, let's start here in the East with our guards. We had Trae Young and LaMelo Ball. Oof. All right. I feel like Trae Young has been floundering a little bit. Why we put Trae Young in the starting lineup here is because his play was translating to wins. They're on a 4-game losing streak. They're currently out of the playoffs now. So I think we are going to have to trade out Trae Young for somebody. Unfortunate. So let's see what we get here. Bradley Beal, Kyrie Irving, not going to do Jaylen Brown, not going to do Zach LaVine. James Harden, yes, that's the man we're going to put in. We're going to give this man the respect he deserves. He's flourishing in the system that has so much talent around him, and he's de-elevating his game to elevate those around him, and kind of even elevates his own game by de-elevating his own game. Does that make sense? But it's happening here. So we're going to give James Harden the spot here, give him a Trae Young spot. Now, do we still keep LaMelo Ball? Is there anybody else great that we should be putting in here? Let's take him off here just so we can kind of see around. And I also do want to elevate James Harden to the number 1 guard spot. So as a number 2 guard, should we give it to Bradley Beal? But it's not contributing to wins. It's unfortunate. LaMelo Ball, they're going to be missing the next 2 games because of the COVID outbreak. Do we take him off just because of that? Do we put Ben Simmons in there? Great defensive guard. He just stepped it up last game without Joel Embiid. That shows me a lot. Danny Green, we would never put you, ever, ever, ever. If he gets 1 vote, I'll be upset. If Danny Green, if 1 person voted for Danny Green, I'm upset already. Alrighty, I think. Alrighty, let's lock in. Damn, I still do want to do LaMelo Ball, though. We're not going to do Kyrie Irving because we already have a Nets player. Trae Young we just took out. Zach LaVine is not translating to wins. Jaylen Brown, I think Jason Tatum is better, and I'm not putting Jason Tatum in here. Bradley Beal, yes, he's playing great, but once again, he's not elevating those around him. Even his kind of his on-floor, just kind of his on-floor body language, even in wins, is not good. I don't even like it. So we're not going to give it to Bradley Beal, not going to give it to Irving. We already got James Harden in, so I think we're going to go right back to LaMelo Ball. We're going to keep LaMelo Ball. We're just going to take out Trae Young, unfortunately. Alrighty, so our guards changed a little bit, solidifying Harden and LaMelo Ball. Now Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, and Jarrett Allen are all of our bigs, and I think we're good enough to keep them on here. Jarrett Allen is in the starting lineup now because Andre Drummond's getting rested, and he's having a great performance, so that's once again vindicating our opinion of putting Jarrett in the starting lineup. Joel Embiid is still the MVP. Jason Tatum is still great. It's just the Celtics team is just lackluster around him, so we're going to keep all of our front court the same in the East. So our only one change in the East is James Harden instead of Trae Young. Alrighty, now let's head over to the West. We are definitely keeping Damian Lillard 1,000%. He is the most clutch player consistently in the NBA. Now let's go in to see if we still keep Chris Paul, which I think we are going to do. Donovan Mitchell, I would love to keep him, but he does have a lot of other talent on his roster. We just saw the 6th man of the year put up 40 points. So we are going to stay away from Donovan Mitchell, even though it's a very solid choice. CJ McCollum's been injured. Doncic isn't really elevating the play around him. Now he is. Are they on a win streak right now? What are they on? No, they're on a 1-game losing streak. 5-5 in their last 10. Still not in the playoffs. So we are going to still be avoiding Luka here. Steph Curry's great. Obviously, we can easily put him in the spot. I just think Chris Paul is doing a little bit more than everybody else. So we are going to still keep We're still keeping Chris Paul and Damian Lillard in our front court. We're going to elevate Damian Lillard to the number 1 guard and Chris Paul to the number 2. LeBron James is still staying in our front court. Jokic is still staying in our front court. Let's see if we sub out Andrew Wiggins. I don't think so, but let's take a look at everybody else that we have. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, I mean, they're taking games off here together, and everybody's stepping up. So we're going to kind of exclude them, unfortunately. Remember, we had Christian Wood initially, but then he got injured, so we unfortunately had to take him out. Jonas Valanciunas is another serviceable option here. We just have 2 kind of bigger players down low of Jokic, so we're probably not going to do Valanciunas, unfortunately. And I still think Karl Anthony Towns is a decent vote now that he's back, but, he's missed a lot, so we can't put him on there. Zion and Brandon Ingram are 2 also great people that you can put in here in the starting lineup, but I really just think Andrew Wiggins here, what he's doing, consistently being the man there in Golden State. We know we can count on Steph Curry every night, but Andrew Wiggins is like, hey, you can count on me as well. So think we're going to still keep Andrew Wiggins. Rudy Gobert, definitely a solid candidate as well. Marcus Morris, once again, I mean, I can go a little deep in this West, folks. There are a lot great front court players, even Montrezl Harrell, folks. If voting didn't end today and we got like another week of voting, we possibly could have elevated Montrezl Harrell into an all-star if he was playing good at that starting lineup position now that Anthony Davis is out. Unfortunately, voting ends today. Yeah, I think we're going to keep it. So we're going to keep Andrew Wiggins. We're going to keep Jokic and James. So really our only one person that we had to swap out was Trae Young, and that's because, 4-game losing streak. Come on. We liked you because, you were elevating your team around you. You were winning games when you had kind of a lackluster roster overall. So very well done to James Harden, LaMelo Ball, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Jarrett Allen in the East, and very well done to Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, Andrew Wiggins, Jokic, and James in the West. And I'm going to name the all-star of our all-stars of the top 10 that we've chosen right now. If we have to crown our one lone all-star, it is going to be, drum roll please, Damian Lillard. I'm giving it to Damian Lillard, folks. He is the all-star of all all-stars. He's stepping it up without CJ McCollum and Nurkic in the lineup, elevating those around him, just being clutch after clutch after clutch. I mean, I can't even count how many clutch threes he's had this season. I can say it's probably 10 more than the second most person that y'all can think of, honestly. So clutch, consistent, stepping up. 2 big players not even playing really for a huge chunk of the this season. So Damian Lillard is our all-star of all all-stars. He's not our MVP, but he is the all-star of all all-stars of what we've chosen here in the East and the West. So we will submit this voting. This is our official all-star voting here for the 2021 season. Well done to all those picked.